The champ is here. Welcome to Matt's Profit Pursuit. I'm Matt. I'm a part-time reseller who sources at the Goodwill bins, also known as the Goodwill outlet, where I buy items by the pound, and I sell those items on eBay for a profit. And I like to make what sold videos and break down the numbers of all the sales so you see exactly how much is made after fees, cost of goods, shipping, and taxes are taken out. I got 8 orders that could ship out, but only 6 are going out because we're in the middle of an ice storm and my storage unit door is frozen shut, which is another reason why I'm glad I have 3-day shipping. And I'm proud to announce that I finally defeated my death pile. Let's check out what sold. This Nike Dry Fit Featherlight hat, a running hat, good bread and butter. I paid 25 cents for this hat and it sold for $12.60 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $20.11, and after fees and shipping, I get $10.43. Same with Levi's. Decent bread and butter for me. I know for a while Levi's were like the highest or the top selling brand, I think, on eBay, or at least as far as jeans go, which makes sense. Everyone has Levi's. These are my old pants and they sold for $14.89 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $24.16, and after fees and shipping, I get $8.81. This brand's been pretty good for me. Especially the pants, but Prana. And I wish I would have actually looked into this a while ago because, I don't know, last year or something, it was a while ago. I found a bunch of those pants and I just kept finding them. I'm like, oh, like maybe these are good. And then I got to the point where I was overthinking things. I'm like, if there's this many pairs of this brand of pants, like why? Like maybe they're not good. Why are they donating them? But I didn't even look into them. I paid $2.20 for this hoodie and it sold for $17.96 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $25.71, and after fees and shipping, I get $15.29. So this hoodie, it's a Crew zip up. Crew is a skateboard clothing company. I paid $2.49 for this hoodie and it sold for $17.99 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $26.54, and after fees and shipping, I get $15.36. Sold this pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses. These sold within a day of me listing them. I listed them probably a little bit too low, but the lenses are pretty scratched up, and I listed them as frames only because I stated that the lenses will need to be replaced. And the frames are kind of scratched up too. I only paid 10 cents for these sunglasses and they sold for $29.99 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $37.36, and after fees and shipping, I get $25.89. And since I've tackled my death pile, I've forced myself to go through it all. I haven't went thrifty in the past couple weeks, probably 3 weeks now actually at this point, because I wanted to get through it all. I have a shelf over here full of boxes that aren't full anymore. The only thing left, I believe, is a box full of figures, which I wait till I get it pretty full, then I go through it all and lot them up for different toy lots. Other than that, I went through and I just box by box, I made myself go through it. If stuff needed to be cleaned, I sat there and cleaned it, or I tested it, which brings me to this item, which I only had listed for a day as well. This VCR. And it came with the cables and 2 blank tapes. I pick up blank tapes whenever I see them at the bins. I guess I do have a box full of blank tapes over there, but aren't listed. This is a Panasonic Blue Line, just a VCR. But I finally went through all my electronics and tested them and swapped out my DVD VHS player for one that's less expensive. That way I can sell mine, which is actually worth a good amount of money. And sitting over there, I have not listed that yet. So it's right there. It's right there. So my death pile is done, but I do have a stack of clothes over there, which is my normal. They're washed and folded, ready to be listed. And then I have that I just stopped listing the other day because I was tired. But death pile. The pile over there is done. There's maybe some other piles, but that pile is done. I put it to death. Put my death pile to death. I paid $5 for this VCR with the tapes, and it sold for $49.99 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $67.54, and after fees and shipping, I get $42.59. So I talked about in a few videos ago how I'm kind of pumped up right now on reselling. So that's what motivated me to go through that stuff to finally get it listed. Some of the items were pretty good, like that VCR I've had, I don't know, 6 months or something like that. So I finally listed a few other ones. Hopefully those will sell soon, and I'm ready to go thrifting tomorrow and just keep things moving. So if you need motivation to get after it and finally take on that death pile, let this be your motivation. Go do it. If you work hard enough, if you say your prayers, take your vitamins, eat your vegetables, maybe one day you can defeat that death pile and become champion. Maybe not. I don't know. But I do want to give thanks to everyone who watches this, number one. Number two, to Carry American Arbitrage. If it wasn't for his motivation, I would have none. None.
Matt's Prof Pursuits. It's 2024. Yeah! Time for a new you. A new you who can do the things that you would not do before. Do stuff. Like cool stuff. You're a skater, dude. Like stuff you used to do back in the day, like go downhill really fast into like an abandoned storage room and like do a bunch of like flip-de-dip-dies and some swervy-dervies and see who can get the most amount of points in, let's say, like 90 seconds max. It'll be a competition. Just spitballing here, man. I'm not the arbiter of your dreams. You can do it. Possibly not.
Now let's break down these sales. For those orders, including what the buyers paid for shipping, I have a total of $188.37 in sales. After I pay fees and shipping, then I have $118.37 minus the cost of goods, which was $10.04, and that gives me $108.33. Put 25% aside for taxes, which is $27.08, and that gives me $81.25. Invest 20% back into the business, which is $16.25, and that puts $65 even in my pocket, which is 6.4 times my money for about 2 hours worth of work. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you on the next one. God bless. Peace.